Welcome to the Boston Bruins News Channel. For all Boston Bruins fans, we're here to provide you with up-to-date and reliable first-hand information about the team. Our commitment is to bring only true and high-quality news to our followers. Stay on top of the latest and most updated news about the Boston Bruins, with daily publications here on the channel. Don't miss any details. Sign up now to stay up to date with everything happening in the Bruins world. Thank you for being part of our community. Boston Bruins head coach Jim Montgomery speaks with his team during the third period of Game 3 of the NHL's Stanley Cup playoffs against the Florida Panthers on April 21, 2023, in Sunrise, Florida. Last season brought both the highest peaks and the lowest valleys for the Boston Bruins. In his first season coaching the Boston Bruins, Jim Montgomery, a member of the University of Maine Sports Hall of Fame, led the Bruins to an impressive regular season record, scoring the most points, 135, and wins, 65, in the history of the National Hockey League. However, that remarkable campaign took a surprising turn in the Stanley Cup playoffs, when the Bruins were eliminated in the first round by the Florida Panthers in a thrilling Game 7 that ended in a 4-3 overtime loss at Boston's TD Garden. "When you look at the year as a whole, it's been positive," Montgomery said Tuesday. "Not only did we play by the right principles, but we also made it look easy, and that's a tricky thing to do at the NHL level because it's a highly competitive league and the margins of victory are slim." Montgomery, recipient of the Jack Adams NHL Coach of the Year award last season, took responsibility for the playoff loss and spent a great deal of time analyzing the situation. Now, he's turning his gaze to the Bruins next season, which will have a different setup. "I didn't lead our players to the level I believe our team could reach in the most crucial moments," commented Montgomery. "In my coaching career, this is the first time I feel like my team didn't play their best hockey at the end of the year." Since then, the 54-year-old has been dedicated to reflecting on his shortcomings and what could have been done differently. In the end, he learned to deal with his frustration. "It's not a comfortable feeling to look in the mirror and realize that I couldn't get the best hockey out of my team when it was needed most," shared the former UMaine star and two-time All-American. Now, Montgomery is focused on identifying the actions needed to get the Bruins into the 2024 playoffs. He's been following every Stanley Cup playoff game, not just the Bruins, to understand how goals are being scored in the playoffs compared to with the regular season. He and his coaching staff are also analyzing league trends and looking at players' body language to best position them for success. Montgomery believes the style of play he employs is attractive to players as it encourages them to make plays that help maintain control of the puck. "And if we lose possession of the puck, we want to get it back in 5 seconds, so you have to be able to check as well," he added. As he looks for ways to improve this season to boost team and player development, he must face the possible loss of the team's top two centers. Longtime captain Patrice Bergeron announced his retirement in July, and David Krejci is also considering retirement. Wingers Taylor Hall and Nick Foligno were traded to Chicago for defensemen Alec Regula and Ian Mitchell. Tyler Bertuzzi, the team's leading scorer in the playoffs, signed a one-year contract with the Toronto Maple Leafs, while defenseman Dmitry Orlov signed with the Carolina Hurricanes. The Bruins added some seasoned veterans like wingers James Van Riemsdyk, 940 career games, and former Bruin Milan Lucic, 1,173 games, as well as defenseman Kevin Shattenkirk, 891 games. Additionally, former UMaine All-American goaltender Jeremy Swayman secured a one-year, $3,475 contract through arbitration. Swayman and Vezina Award winner Linus Ullmark shared the Jennings Trophy for fewest goals conceded. "We knew there were going to be significant changes, and that's what happened," said Montgomery, who also coached the Dallas Stars and led the University of Denver to the NCAA championship in 2017. As well as leading the Dubuque Fighting Saints to 2 championships. United States Hockey League in 2011 and 2013. "This year, we cannot expect the regular season to be as successful as last year, as no one has reached these numbers before," commented Montgomery, who is enthusiastic about the work of the team's general manager, Don Sweeney, and the Bruins scouting team. However, this will be good for us as we will grow a lot based on our playoff loss. We will face challenging adversities that will help us mature. The Montreal native emphasized that hockey teams are built around the goal, and lucky enough to own two elite goaltenders, Ullmark and Swayman, he feels he is in a privileged position. He also mentioned that the Bruins' standout defensemen Charlie McAvoy and Hampus Lindholm, along with the team's solid defense, are a solid foundation to build on. We're ahead of a lot of teams in those two areas, added Montgomery. The Bruins also have their top scorers, David Pastrnak, 82 games, 61 goals, 52 assists, 113 points, and Brad Marchand, 73 games, 21 goals, 46 assists, 67 points. Montgomery is confident that centers Pavel Zacha, 82 games, 21 goals, 36 assists, 57 points, and Charlie Coyle, 82 games, 16 goals, 29 assists, 45 points, could fill the void left by the departures of Bergeron and possibly Krejci. Already leave your like in this video, because it is very important so that you don't miss any news from the Bruins, which we will post on this channel at any moment. Thank you. Continuing? Despite the loss of a legendary captain like Bergeron, Montgomery notes that the Bruins have exceptional leaders ready to step into the role, like assistant captains Marchand, Pastrnak and McAvoy. Montgomery, who captained UMaine during its first NCAA title win in 1992-93, played a role in selecting Ben Barr to replace the late Red Gendron as UMaine head coach. He commends the program's progress under Barr's leadership. Last season, UMaine won 8 more games than they did in their first season under Barr's guidance. Montgomery recalls one game in particular, when UMaine overturned a 4-0 deficit to tie Boston University 5-5 before being beaten 9-6. I can see it when teams compete, believe in each other and play with intensity on behalf of the team. It indicates to me that the program is heading in the right direction and that the Black Bears at the University of Maine will be a force to be reckoned with in the very near future, shared Montgomery. As Montgomery and the Bruins prepare to face challenges in this new season, he expresses confidence in his team's ability to overcome adversity and continue to grow. After all, in his words, it is the response to difficulties that drives the maturity and success of the team. Stay on top of all NHL news, rumors, and deals. Subscribing to the channel. Don't miss any details about the movements of the Boston Bruins and news from the world of hockey. The season is approaching and negotiations are heating up. Follow along and be ready for the surprises that may lie ahead. And if you like the content, how about subscribing to the channel and helping spread it to more Bruins fans? This would motivate me even more to post news daily and keep it always up to date. In addition, you will be notified as soon as new news about Boston is posted. Thank you very much for your support.